to start the show. The Good Life with BT and Spicoli. Welcome to the Good Life.
You are now listening to the Good Life Podcast.
Good Life. Good Life. These boys are crazy.
You are now listening to the Good Life Podcast.
Good Life. What?
Hey, welcome to the Good Life Podcast. My name is David Taylor.
What's up? It's Spicoli.
What's poppin', man? How you doing, brother?
Poppin'. I'm a rock star, dude. I'm feeling good.
I jacked your what's poppin' line, man. That's
You
your
did,
line.
and that's okay. I was gonna see if you would say it if I didn't.
I did, man. I said it, man. Hey, man. Today we got a dude on, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I discovered it recently. It's dope as hell, man. Got a boy Elijah.
I said I don't need to make me face all my memories of you. It started to fade. I'm spending every night here lying awake.
What's going on, man? How are you, bro?
What's up? I'm good. Appreciate y'all having me on.
Absolutely, man. I think I speak for me and Spicoli ourselves, so I kind of give you a little background, man. Spicoli has been a radio host for, 20-something years? 20 years now, man? Most of it was on a rock station?
Year. Yep. 18 years in rock radio, now 2 years in pop radio. So I've heard a lot of music. We just discovered Elijah. I mean, where you been hiding all this time, man?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know if I was hiding too much.
Yeah, you have one of those catalogs, man. I sent him the first song, and I was like, hey, man, you got to check this dude out. So we're a big fan, and I don't think you are like this dude, but you remind me of, I guess, how he does styles of music of 0936. So he's got a very wide genres that he does in music, man. And
Right.
I sent Jason, or Spicoli, sorry. I'm trying to see the first one I sent him of your music was, let me pull it up here. I sent him Harder to Lie, the first one that I heard. And I was like, hey, check this out. And he's like, that's really cool. And I was upstairs with my wife, and I was like, oh, yeah, listen to this song. And then the next song that came on was Easy to Drown. And I'm a huge metal fan, man, but I'm also a huge pop punk fan. I'm a huge emo fan. So whenever our Easy to Drown hit, I was like, oh, that's a cool intro. You know how he's talking it? And then you just go right into the metal, dude. I'm like, yeah, dude, that is what I'm talking about.
I was like,
man.
come on, this is not the same dude. And then, you went hard on it. I was not expecting that. I was in the car, and I was like, hold up. Whoa, hit the gas. What's up? So
Hell yeah.
what brought that rage out of you?
Man, I mean, that's kind of like the stuff that I want to do. I mean, long story short, I've been in tons of failed bands in my whole life, and now I'm doing it myself, more or less. It's way easier to make decisions when it's just your own head instead of 3 or 4 other guys that you're trying to convince to do stuff. So I think the days of one band has to stick to one genre over and over again. I just think it's dead. I'd rather just not have any rules when it comes to creating music, or so just kind of do what I want,
man.
you know?
Do you play all instruments, or do you just sing?
No, I produce and record everything that's that's released.
So you play every instrument that we're hearing? That's you?
Yeah.
Whoa, dude. That
It's
makes
amazing.
me like it like 10 times more, to be honest with you, dude. That's dope.
Thanks, man. It's amazing what you can learn to do when you have no money. So
And you're out of Nashville, huh?
yeah.
That's like the new place, man. Like everybody's out of Nashville now, man.
It's nice, man.
My buddy Christian is I Prevail's tour manager. He's living in Nashville now, but I mean he's from where we are.
Are you guys
So it
from
seems-
Detroit? Oh, what? No.
No, that's where Chris. Do you know Christian?
I know Christian.
Do you?
I actually know his wife, Nicole, better than I know Christian.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude. No, we're from Omaha, so Christian used to live
Oh,
here.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Sick,
so I've known
man.
Christian since we were like, 18.
Yeah. Dude, those guys are killing it. They're playing. It's just huge. The tour with Godsmack that they just did is crazy. That would never happen 10 years ago. Never.
It is, dude. It's nuts, man, and that's why I was like, we got to get you on, man, because I feel like, and I'm not just saying this because you're on, man, but I told Spicoli, I was like, I feel like this is one of those dudes that we need to get on now because I think his shit's gonna take off like a rocket here soon, man. It's so
Thanks,
good, man. Yeah,
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see where this is going to go. Like you just said you play everything. Do you do guitar and drums and sing and write? I mean, what's your favorite out of all those things?
I don't know. I'm a very controlling person when it comes to my own creation, I guess. The way things are done in Nashville is like, even as a band, you're like, you have to find a producer and then you're at the mercy of who's ever behind the computer making stuff sound a certain way, and if you don't know anything about it, you're like, okay, cool. Yeah, I may not like it, but I don't know how to tell you to change it. So I just learned to do it myself. Doing that myself is probably my favorite thing. So I can't even go to like other sessions and studios and stuff without like being behind the chair. It's like,
right.
I'd rather just write a song for somebody else instead of writing something for myself if I'm going to be somewhere that's not like where I'm comfortable creating my stuff. You know what I mean? And it sounds kind of selfish, but
I mean, honestly, we've
really
had other people on that are the same way, man, where they're like, we want full control of it, you know, and a lot of Nine Inch Nails stuff gets brought up with it, where it's just like, I want full control, and then I'll put in the back who I want in the back playing the instruments, but until the music's done, that's all me. I want full control.
When you get too many cooks in the kitchen, it gets like wishy-washy and stuff, so.
For sure.
You know who you remind me of is Caleb from Beartooth. Beartooth rips, and Caleb does everything himself. He can do it all. He can write, he can scream, he can play guitar, he can play drums.
Right.
And he just, what he's established with Beartooth in a short amount of time, I think you're on that same path.
Thanks, man. I am the biggest Beartooth fan you'll ever meet in your whole life. So.
Nice.
I don't know. I'm up there too, dude.
We'll have to compete.
Do it.
I am shirtless, beating the shit out of anybody in the pit every time Beartooth rolls through Nashville. So
that's so, man. I guess, and when we're talking about you here is like, we're excited to see what you do. I guess let's not get this confused. It's not like you have like 10 or 15 plays on Spotify. I mean, you got millions of views on or hits on some of these songs here. Is that was that success brought from TikTok a lot?
Yeah,
that's
dude,
where it seems like you have a big following.
Yeah. I mean, over the years of trying and failing to promote my music and not having a platform to do it independently, basically everything has happened from TikTok. And it's weird, and it's like, I think people still have like a bad taste in their mouth from the first perception of TikTok. When it came around, it was like, this is a dancing app. Everybody's just being like super cringy on there.
Right.
But like, it's free promotion. You don't have to worry about paying for anything. All you got to do is set your phone up, film something. And if people like it, then great. So I've kind of like, people have called me a TikTok artist, and I don't care. So
you know what, man? We had
jealousy
on recently, dude. Swayco was on
Swayco's
our
awesome.
podcast.
Dude,
awesome. And it's like, look at the success he's got from TikTok.
Yeah,
like, who
dude.
gives a shit where it comes from? You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
Your music is very good. I'm glad that there's places like TikTok so it gets out there now, man.
Yeah, think about 15 years ago, 20 years ago, you had to go into a studio, you had to spend $35,000, $40,000 on a full record, and then you just like go door to door and try to get people to come to your shows and give you CDs and all this kind. There was no like bedroom studios back then, right? You had to have a label, you had to have some sort of distribution, you had to have a radio team, you had all this stuff. Now I have a phone and a computer, and I can kind of do whatever, I can do whatever I want. Yeah.
So are you independent then?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. And, most artists that we've talked to just love that freedom of being independent. And if they're in a contract, they're like, we're trying to get out of the contract.
Right.
Because of, because of all the rules and regulations and how much money that they lose out on once they're in that contract. And the freedom of being independent is you can release a song when you want. You can do what you want. You can make the most money. I mean, there's so many benefits of being independent. How do you feel with being independent? Do you feel is that the route you want to go forever, or what?
No, I mean, I'm not partial to any side. I think being independent and having success being independent allows you to pick, but like basically have your choice of the litter. Because if you're successful, people are going to come wanting a piece of whatever you have.
Right.
So everybody's going to want to take their slice. What's nice is at this point, especially in like the music industry right now, independent people have so much more leverage on who they would like to work with. So I think that having to sign something is not really you don't have to do it anymore. But it's always nice to have a team around you that can help you build something that's way bigger than what you can do, because I'd be stupid to come up here and say that I can do everything myself. I know I can't. So I'm definitely not against having a label, but I'm also very much for doing what I love, how I love to do it. You know what I mean? So
absolutely, dude. So I know we don't have you don't have a ton of time here, so I'm gonna
no, you're good, man. You're good.
But
you're good.
Obviously, I've been in music for a while, you know, and we've discovered now, and I'm about to text Christian here in a minute and be like, I cannot believe I just ran into another dude that every time I say his name, they're like, oh yeah, I know Christian. And I'm like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah.
But you know, we get into doing music and stuff because of our idols and people we love, and you got a song coming out, dude, with probably one of the most badass dudes in rock, man.
Yeah, he's so sick.
Matty Mullins, dude. Talk me through this. How'd you get this set up, man? How'd this go down?
Dude, it's weird. Matty also lives here in Nashville, and we've had a lot of mutual friends over these. So when I moved to Nashville in 2020, there's a band called Lakeview. They're like a country rock band here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have heard of Lakeview or not, but
oh yeah.
One of the guys in the duo, his name's Luke, and me and him are actually roommates. They're on tour right now, so I'm here by myself. But
Nice.
so they grew up in the scene. They played in hardcore bands, and Luke was in a band called Those Who Fear back in the day. So like they've been all up in the scene for years. When they moved here, to make a long story short, they found out that Matty lives here, and Cody Quistad from Wage War also lives like right across the street from him. It was like,
those dudes too.
yeah, there was like a lot of just mutual friends, and then we became friends over the past couple of years. And I guess when the time was right, I was just able to kind of text him and be like, "Hey, you want to sing on a song?"
It's kind of like the video, like, "Hey, you want to do the song?" Like that video that you guys put out is pretty. Hey, you want to do the song? I love it. So natural. Just like, you want to do a song? Yeah, let's do a song.
Right. Yeah, he's awesome. One of the best guys that I've met in the scene. To be as successful as Memphis is, to be doing the stuff that they do, to be how busy he is, to take the time out to even be a part of somebody that's like, I mean, comparably speaking to Memphis and what he's done, I'm a nobody, and he just like, sure, I love the song. You're a good friend of mine. Let's do it. Just no thought.
How
nothing.
cool, man.
Yeah, awesome.
It seems like more people are becoming that way, and I don't know if it's because of the way social media is, and they're just like, yeah, I mean, this would be cool to link up. But yeah, it seems like more people are open to doing that stuff nowadays than it used to be, man. I love it, man.
I think the days of extreme competition is kind of gone, I guess. At least what I've seen in my local area of artists that I know. It's like people are just trying to help each other out, because there's enough. A fan of mine could be a fan of somebody else's, and it's not going to make a difference. So, like, I don't have to worry about, oh, if I do this with him, then what's that going to make me look like? You know what I mean? That's, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And your style, man, like I said, dude, I get vibes of like, all right, I'm like, all right, this kind of reminds me of like a heavier Good Charlotte at times, and then Day to Remember, and then Story So Far, and then, oh shit, is this like We Came as Roman? And that's dope, dude. And that's why I love it so much, man, because every song you switch into is something new, man. And
Thanks, man.
That's kind of like what I like listening to now, where I can just put an artist on and just every song switches, and I'm like, dude, it's a different style, just hitting you in the feels every different way. It's so
you
cool.
take a look at a band like, Bring Me the Horizon, right?
Yeah.
Back in 2008, they were making really sick deathcore.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but deathcore doesn't make a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make a ton of money. I love deathcore. All I listen to is slam and hardcore, honestly. I listen to that and, like, really nice, airy pop. That's it. But look at them. I mean, they just kind of, like, do whatever they want. They got a song out with Lil Uzi Vert. That song Lost is a pop punk song. the breakdown is easy core. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just like, who cares anymore? Just make cool stuff, make what you want to make. You don't have to box yourself in anymore. So.
Right.
Did you see how they did that remix with Ed Sheeran?
Yeah, dude. That's crazy.
Did you see the live video?
Yeah.
It's insane,
Yeah.
dude.
I think
oh my
genres
God,
are
that's
genres
so
are
cool.
starting to blend. I mean, you guys saw Knock Loose at Coachella, right?
Right.
And Billie Eilish is like standing in the back, like headbanging to Coachella people beating the shit out of each other and stage diving. That's insane. So sick. So
Yeah, man, times are definitely changing. Things are getting better, and I love seeing these artists collaborate. So what's going to happen with you? You're putting out a couple songs. Are you going to put out an album, or is it just you're going to drop singles?
yeah, I mean, the plan right now is to keep from revealing too much. Is just to, you know, of course, drop this with Matty and probably finish out. I'm just doing another EP. That's not really a secret, but finish out an EP in the fall. So we'll have a couple more songs before November. Have my first, I guess, body of work out. I don't know about what about next year. That's honestly, I've been trying to figure it out myself. So I don't think an album is in the works. Just because starting out this early in my career, I don't want to say a waste of time and money, but it's nice to continuously stay in people's face when it comes to dropping music. So I grew up in, you know what I mean? Like, I want to do an album. Of course, I want to have a vinyl. That's duh. Every artist wants to do that. But, like, is it really the best decision?
Well, yeah, we had a lot of people on it. It seems like that's the thing, man, now is people just want to, instead of releasing a full album, they're like, why not just release singles here and there and really just put everything we have into the single at a time and just making sure it's everything that we want rather than just put out an album, put one out.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, the age of people growing up now, like the next generation of music fans, I'm only 25, so like I can see the other part, the older people that's bought CDs and bought albums at you know, Walmart, and then I can see the people that are my age and below. They honestly don't care. They're like, I just want to hear new music. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I feel like the album thing will definitely come back around, and a big band will do it, and people think it's sick, and then it'll start all over again. But you know,
gotta wait for that trend, I guess.
yeah,
man.
that's what I did.
So are you going on tour? Are you gonna go play? Are you gonna go on tour? Are you gonna stick around in your area?
Yeah, man. I mean, I got a couple shows. I got a show in Nashville, October 15th at the end, and then October 14th, the day before, we play in Louisville, Kentucky.
Nice.
So I mean, trying to jump on some support stuff. Like I said, doing all this stuff independent is hard, and it's a little different touring now than it would be with if I'm a band, right? You know, I have to pay my players. I have a lot of overhead costs, especially doing this independently. So touring in 2023 and 2024 with everything getting more expensive is so incredibly difficult. It's unreal. Even if you have a full team around you, it's so much. But yeah, I mean, next year is touring nonstop all year long. So
Yeah, you come through Omaha, man. We're coming. I'll tell you that right now.
Dude,
we'll help push the show.
Yeah,
and
we'll be
everything.
there.
Dude, I'll come through Omaha.
Yeah.
There's nothing left to do over there except shut
Go
corn
hit
and
your boy Christian. Hit up our boy Skirmont and say, "Hey, man, I talked to you. I'm gonna text him after this and say I'm gonna go through Omaha. What should I do?" He'll help you out.
All right, if I drive through Omaha and I get that blank road stare because I've drove past the same windmill 40 times,
Dude, you will.
bro. I've driven through the Midwest. It is hell on earth. Let me tell you.
Dude, driving through Nebraska to get to Colorado is about the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Dude, I did it once, and I drove for, I felt like 3 hours, and then I hit a stop sign. And then I drove for another 3 hours and hit a stop sign. I'm like, what is out here?
It is so boring.
No Walmarts.
Aliens,
aliens.
dude. It's a lot of
And they say-
aliens, dude. I mean, don't get me
Bro,
started.
they say
on
we're
aliens.
overpopulated. I'm like, you can build like fucking 60 hotels right here in this one little spot in Nebraska, dude. What do you mean?
At least.
Yeah.
Hey, before we get you out of here, man, we didn't ask when is if you want the Matty Mullins, when's it dropping?
Next week on September 14th.
September 14th. Cool. Well, maybe we'll push this right around that time so that way we can drop the link with it and everything and help you promote it, man.
Yeah,
so
that'd be sick. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, man. But yeah, if you end up dropping the EP or whatever, man, if you want to come back on, man, before the EP drops, and we'll get you back on and talk about it, man, definitely, man. That'd be awesome, man. We are super stoked that you came on, man, and we'll be promoting the music and jamming out, man.
Hell yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Awesome. Thanks,
Until
guys.
the midnight hour.